Well, here we are back in Mittenrahm, in the location of Maudel, the ancient swamp. I am really close to being finished. Here we're going to cut over to the right here rather than do the flyby. I've been favouring most of the building is out here. Obviously all the old stuff. But mostly been working on this. So what we've got here is the temple, temple of fire, basically, or a shrine, perhaps more accurately in this case. It's been built over the remains of a very old volcano, which is the cradle of the fire elemental, who doesn't have a name at this point. There was a small island now covered by stone, just poking out of the water, and I've done a little bit under the water line just to keep things together. But I think I was just a few days ago I finished this. I know most of this was done, but I've been finishing putting the additional trees in. Trees that were very badly damaged but had begun to recover. Trees that were almost destroyed but are still clinging on in some sense. And then, well, there's nothing left, but there would have been a handful of trees that were outright destroyed when that volcano went off. Rather, when the Lord of the Fire Elemental was born. I'm not sure how much of this I've done last time. I know the stone shield was done several weeks ago. I think some of these stone pillars were in place. Putting in the prismarine, it's a nice splash of color. It's a little strange, but some very strange things have been going on here, so I'm okay with that. Looking at it now, I think maybe I could really do with a splash of the prismarine here. I think it looks nicest when it's blue. I think that's what led me to include the diamond. So, left with a lot of questions about what exactly is going on here. I didn't feel that converting the rest of the sand to mud was, and you know, just covering it with more trees was really the way to go. I've been working towards something here. This is basically a lot of damage where the elementals have been fighting with each other. I'm not completely comfortable with the sand that's left. I think I'm going to have to find some way to put a border in. Just here, just to give it perhaps a more logical edge, butting up against the water. So the idea here is that the ground here was broken and part of it is lifted up. I'm not happy with how little of a dip there is here. This is the natural terrain shape except for this hole. This went through here. I basically dug that out. This kind of dip is more in line with what I think I should have had here. To do that I would need to peel back more of this layer, which isn't really a problem. It's not like I can't do it. But I think for now I'm going to focus on this bank and getting that sorted before I move on or think about other things. I'm not happy with this. This is like Mark II. The original cactus, so we're over there, was double-ended. It got darker, lighter, and then darker again, and the buttons were missing. Looking again, obviously, at the in-game cactus, the color transformation is lighter all the way up, and then you've got these little bits, which is what we created with the buttons. I originally went with oak wood, decided that the birch wood was more accurate, but I kind of like the color transition, so they've stayed. Could actually let's try sticking a redstone. I hate the fact that the rest of the buttons and trapdoors aren't under this tab. I don't know why they did that. But yeah, you know, something along these lines. Just give it an extra piece of layering. But anyway, the main problem with them is I don't know if they really belong here. The damage that was done here, I don't see things having grown, but you know, if it's harsh in a dry environment, you know, maybe this sort of place cactus would pop up, but it's not really a desert anymore, even if that's what the biome says. Most of this has been converted to a mangrove biome now, literally using the new fill command to change the biome flag, at least to a certain height. It goes up about 40 blocks and down 40 blocks. It's not completely consistent because I kind of like the fact that parts of the leaves are slightly different colors because I didn't just convert the whole thing. So you get this variation, which looks nice. Not something you can achieve without, you know, naturally, because leaf color changes according to the biome. So most of the leaves would have the same color, give or take. Maybe this could do with a little bit more. This is where the fill command only went up to a certain height, so it just basically missed the top of them. I'm actually thinking about doing this here as well. So there'll be one here, and then there'll be a couple of lower ones somewhere around here. And then, yeah, it's really just the underground work, which is in progress. It's a bit of a headache because I kind of have an idea of what I'm doing, but at the same time, knowing exactly where to apply it is really the hard part. Put some night vision on. So this is obviously in progress. This is bordering on done. This is probably what it's going to look like. Just spotted there's a couple of bits here that need to be addressed. But a lot of the rest of it up to this point is done. I'm being more aggressive with sealing off parts that I'm not using. There was a whole section behind there and a whole section going down from here. It led to nice places, but underground conversions are a headache. You can't really step back properly and look at everything. And you have to knock out so much material just to put it back again. It's not building, it's not the same as building a house or a structure of some kind. So even in here where I can actually get a better look, it's still very cramped. but I'm going to do as much as I think is necessary to give myself you know, what I want, which is, this is the cradle of Dagath, the earth elemental. This literally is the egg that he was born out of. It's obviously not a naturally occurring geode. The calcite's been replaced with emerald, deep slate emerald, matching it to the basalt, and then obviously the emerald blocks, which are not ideal, I know, but not really sure what else I could do. But yeah, this section I think is done out this far. I don't think there's anything else up here that needs to be done. There may actually need to be, yeah, still need to do that. Probably mark that so I don't keep forgetting. And then Aurelian's cradle. I haven't actually worked on it for about a week. I moved away to do some above ground stuff, and then afterwards decided I wanted the ravine done more than I wanted this done. I don't really know why, but I did. So I'm working through it from one end to the other. I think I've shown some of this. So I'm about, yeah, this far. I've been working on some of the underground and the lowest parts. Nothing fancy, just scenic, I suppose. Not sure if there's still some decorative work that needs to be done here. This looks done. Yeah, probably going to seal this off. Just focus on this part. It's big enough. But that's pretty much what I've been up to. I'm not sure if this is going to grow any more berries. Doesn't look. I'm not always here, so it's not always growing, but anyway, in darkness I shall say adieu.